So here we are at the Cooper Rental and Retail Shop entrance. Things will be different this year. We're limited as to how many folks we can have inside the building at one time. So you may end up spending a few moments outside in a queue line here, socially distanced of course, before you get called in. We will have somebody here actually posted at the door and giving you permission to go in when there is space available. So let's head in. So after spending a few minutes in the queue line, hopefully just a few minutes, on those busier days, it may be a little bit longer. Rental shops are known for that, you know. At any rate, I get called in. My first stop in the rental shop will be here at the check-in station. Now hopefully you've taken the opportunity to pre-register for your rentals for the day. You can do this online. We're also working on actually being able to do pre-purchases online, which would be the best option. So at any rate, you come in here and your first stop, as I said, will be here at a check-in station. One of our staff members will be here to assist you with this. What they're going to do is, if you're pre-registered, they're going to just basically verify all of your details, your name, birth date, all those critical things for renting ski equipment. If you haven't either pre-registered or pre-purchased online, it'll take a few extra minutes to get that information built into your profile. And our staff member, again, will help you out with that. So, with that said, we're going to assume I'm good to go, and I'm going to head to the boot fitting station. So, here we are at the boot fitting station. We'll have a limited number of folks in here, and we will have an attendant or two all set to help you get fit into your boots. Of course, I've been mentioning through these various video shoots about this guy on my face. We're inside a building. We must wear a mask, so please do cooperate with that. Our employees will be masked up, and we also expect everyone here at the mountain to be masked up, especially when we're indoors like this. Boot fitting process is pretty straightforward, shouldn't take long. One nice change this year is that if you've been here before, you would know that you had to take at least one of your boots off at the next station, the ski teching station. This year, we've got a new process, so you don't have to take that one boot off to get your skis teched. That sometimes caused a problem with wet socks and things like that. So, at any rate, let's assume I've been fitted with my boots, and I'm going to move on now to the ski tech station. Okay, so I got my boots, they're both on, it's all good. I come over to the ski tech station. We got George back here, he's our expert techer. Well, one of many, but he's the senior techer, let's put it that way. So I come over here and I've got my Cooper key card and it's got all my information on it. And we're gonna put it up here. George is gonna ask me to get beep, to get that thing scanned. He can scan it right through the plexi here. And he now has access to all of my information, height, weight, date of birth, skier type, etc., etc. And what he's actually going to do, George is going to scan my boots in too. I'm going to back up here. George, you're going to bend over there and get my boots. Bleep, bleep. So now he knows exactly what size boots I have. I don't have to take my boots off because George has one of every boot size up here in the new boot tree. He pulls off the appropriate boot, puts it into the binding, adjusts it back so that it's got the correct setting. Then he can also look at my skier type, height, weight, and I believe this is all prescribed in the system. It tells you exactly where to set the din, and that's the thing that kind of regulates the binding release when you fall down, if you ever do fall down, and will allow them to come off. So basically it's a pretty slick system now, keeping your boots on. George has everything scanned in, good to go. My boots are teched into my skis are all set to go. So I would take my skis. Why don't I take my skis, George? And I'll show everybody where to head with their skis. Thank you, George.
Have fun.
I'll do it. So now I head out the back door because we got a one-way flow here. And out to the snow I go. So if I'm a rider and ride on a snowboard as opposed to skiing on skis, or as I call it, skiing on a snowboard, because we're all skiers fundamentally. Had to get that one in there, everybody. But at any rate, if I'm a snowboarder, I can actually go directly from the check-in station that we talked about early on straight to the Snowboard Tech station. So I would scoot around the little red ribbon that you're seeing, come right over here to see George. George is everywhere, by the way. But I would probably do the same thing. I would have George, you scan it over here, George, when I'm here doing it? You don't have to show us again, but you would do the same process. He would scan in, it's got all my information, and then George would get my board set up, Goofy or whatever that other thing is. What is it, John? Regular or Goofy? I probably would be Goofy. At any rate, the board would be teched here. And at this point, George would hand me my board and I would head out the back door, the same as if I were a skier, one way, straight out to the snow, and away we go.